This week 13 college football picks edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is presented by WynnBet. WynnBet is now live in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. From boosted same game parlays to live in-game odds, WynnBet has what you need to win. Sign up today, bet $100 and get a $100 free bet at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET. We're also brought to you by the SGPN Thanksgiving free roll. Everyone who hits a football bingo in our contest will win $100 cash and a $100 gift card to the SGPN store exclusively on the SGPN app.
Hey, this is Larry the Cable Guy, and you're listening to SGPN. Let her run and get her done. Cox.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Ooh, welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog.
What's up? Thunder and lightning over here, reporting for duty.
What's happening?
Just happy to hello college doubleheader. So we stayed in the dorms. We didn't travel back like the Buffalo Bills. We're gonna be hanging out.
Dog.
Joining us as always to talk college football, Colby Dant, aka the Dantabase, aka Benedict Dundee.
Just looking at these FCS playoff race. They
I
have,
just heard it.
I
just heard the lisp.
if we just
it just came out.
got the FCS
Just
playoff.
sipping that beautiful
Do I still
whiskey
have a
you guys gave me for Christmas.
That just happened in real time.
I mean, look, we got automatic qualifiers going on that are done. Now we have a full. So we had a selection Sunday. Can you imagine what would happen if we could have this in the FBS? But no, it's too corrupt. It's too corrupt.
No,
It's
we're
like
going
FIFA.
to we're
It's
going
like
to have
FIFA.
it soon though. I thought.
Not for all 10 conferences, but
What do you? Oh, come on, Colby. You're just always going to be unhappy.
Yeah, at 12, 100%. I told you guys that a long fucking time ago.
But you're happier than you are at 4.
Yes,
right?
of course. More football. Never been a proponent against more football.
Sometimes they say you should celebrate the small victories.
No,
Okay.
not when every other level does it right.
All
Shout
right.
out to JR Baltimore online sports betting, finally live in Maryland. Hey, check us out in the Discord. Might be able to hook you up with some stuff over there. We are talking college football week 13. Lucky college football week 13. Hey, looking to get down on some action? Just head over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. Bet big, win bigger. Bet $100, get a $100 free bet. Spin that parlay wheel, fire it up. I mean, Thanksgiving was made for laying around watching back-to-back NFL action. Can you imagine not sitting in front of your TV on Thanksgiving, not enjoying the cornucopia of football on Thursday and Friday? Ryan's shaking his head. Yes, he hates holidays. I don't know. Every day's a holiday over at WynnBet. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. Bet big, win bigger with WynnBet. Offer subject to change. Terms and conditions at WynnBet.com. Must be 21 or older and present in the state where playthrough room is available. If you're someone you know is giving a problem, call 1-800-522-4700.
Also, we only launch hard here around the SGPN offices. I don't know what this soft launch is in Maryland.
Yeah, it's like, is it a nightclub or you're just going there, hang out, check out the appetizers?
Soft open. All right. Do we want to discuss anything from last week before we get started?
Rough week overall picks wise. Did hit one of my dogs. Hit one of my locks. My locks still hanging strong at 58%. My dogs 43%. Although I am up 8.75 units on my dogs. It has been a great dog season for me in college football. Kramer, you're above 50%.
Dog friendly. You really put it on the tee. I am above 50%. Thank you. What a nice compliment. I'm also crushing teasers this year.
I don't understand the math because Colby
the teaser math is broken.
Okay.
That was a joke.
All right.
I'm doing nothing well.
Colby,
Are you happy?
Any thoughts on the on your season so far?
Oh, I mean, it's been all right. You know, I wish I would have known that Boston College's whole offensive line was with the flu, but
The Wuhan flu?
yeah, they got that Wuhan. The USC UCLA game was an absolutely disgusting watch. There was not one punt the entire game.
That was a tough watch.
I think we should outlaw that style of football. Personally,
What? Just bad?
yeah.
I thought you were into bad football.
No. There's just too
Wait,
much
hold
scoring.
on.
You should not be able to. You shouldn't. You gotta. There's a new rule. You gotta punt at least once.
Okay.
One time. Why did that punter even show up to the game?
So this is
Right?
interesting. This is interesting. So Colby is now a proponent for more punting in football. A player who he's multiple
I like
times
defense, buddy. I like defense.
called not an actual player.
I like
Not-
defense. All right, and to me, that USC UCLA game was disgusting. It was easily one of the worst games of the season.
All right. Do
Done.
we want to
move along?
I have our I have our futures doc open from before the year.
Oh, let's take a look there.
Does anyone curious on anything feel like there's a lot of opportunities to be right?
I love
and wrong?
my North Carolina plus 1600 in the ACC. They're playing in the ACC championship.
That feels pretty strong. There a lot of Bama love that didn't work out.
I mean, I'm looking at the over unders. I'm dominating there. Absolutely dominant. Dude, I hit on every single one right there. Subscribe to the college football experience.
Wow. So
right?
every single conference win total lock: NC State under, Mississippi State over, Michigan over, Oregon State over, Kansas over. Colby,
Boom.
I mean, you really do have
Boom.
to subscribe to the show.
Vanderbilt hit their over too.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Shit, they've won 2 SEC games in a row, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say they got to be over. Rutgers over 3.5. That's looking pretty good.
Did that hit?
I'm
I
gonna
think that might have hit. I think they're 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they have 4 wins, right?
We might as a group get like 3 playoff teams right.
Yeah, there you go.
I like how Colby gave, and this was the true Benedict move. Remember when Colby gave out 5 playoff teams for a 4-team playoff?
Oh, yeah.
Rutgers is 4-7.
There you go. You cash that thing.
UVA over 6.5. That doesn't look
All
good.
right.
These
happening.
were our final fours as we near the end of the season. I'll let Colby lead off as he is the expert. Alabama, Michigan, Georgia, UCF, and Clemson. Again, 5 teams into a 4-team playoff.
Well, I said they'd never let UCF in. I said Clemson was who they would put in.
3 out of 4. You think you might get? Michigan can still get their way in. You're looking pretty alive. All right, Sean. Alabama, Penn State, Georgia, UCLA. Looking like what, 1? Maybe Alabama finds a way. My 4: Alabama, Ohio State, Oklahoma, and Louisville.
The Louisville one, man.
Hey, some of us are willing
What's
to stand.
hilarious is the Louisville one actually is doing better than the Oklahoma one.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, look, we had a good time picking.
So Vanderbilt, Rutgers, Washington State, all those overs I hit. I missed on
you're looking
UVA
good.
and Iowa State. So up with my college football win totals. I'll take it.
Yeah, that was fun.
All right, let's go.
Glad we did that.
Let's talk week 13
No.
NFL picks, Ryan. Tired of looking in the rearview
all
mirror.
right.
Co-
Egg
college
bowl.
football picks. College
What did I
football.
say?
You said NFL.
Yeah, same difference.
Yeah. These
All
guys
right.
will be playing in the NFL.
4 p.m. on Thursday. Happy Thanksgiving. They play the Egg Bowl on Thanksgiving. Mississippi State, Ole Miss. They're heading to Oxford this year. Mississippi State laying 2.5 on the road. Is that the correct number? Am I reading that right?
Oh
Did you
no,
get
it's Ole Miss minus
that's-
2.5. It's Ole Miss.
Ole
minus
Miss
2.5.
minus 2.5, minus 140 on the money line. Mississippi State
Well-
plus 125. 59 is the total.
Hold on. But this is called the Egg Bowl. I labeled all these bowls. I want you guys to guess the one that is not correct.
I do know this is the Egg Bowl
Yeah. So this one's good. You guys passed on this one, flying colors.
because I mean, obviously you're gonna bring this shit.
Oh,
Hail
yeah.
State.
Oh, yeah.
Two times in one day we ring the bell.
Let's
Hail
go.
State. Hey,
Mississippi State's been bad ATS though. 1-4 ATS.
Lane Kiffin. Is he taking another job yet?
How did Ole Miss look last week? Woo! Talk about dressing it up. They were down
Yeah.
42-6. They
Bring
scored 21 in the 4th to make that
Yeah,
respectable.
they got their ass kicked
Yeah.
by Arkansas.
Bring your
were they
toothpaste.
looking ahead towards this Egg Bowl?
Perhaps, or they're just not very good. They had one of the most misleading schedules. I thought, to start a season.
We like the quarterback situation. We like Mike Leach. We were discussing this before the show, but rumors of the end being near for Mike Leach. Are both these coaches going to be coaching their teams next year?
I mean, Coach Leach, I'm going to say he stays. All right.
You said
I'm gonna
odds.
say he
Who?
stays.
All right. So head-to-head bet: Lane Kiffin coaching Ole Miss.
I don't think there's any chance Lane
Mike
Kiffin's
Leach
Ole Miss.
coaching Mississippi State.
Leach is back next year. We need
isn't
that
Lane
content
Kiffin?
train.
Isn't the ink dry on that Auburn deal?
Well, there's a chance that he could be the Alabama's coach in waiting.
Ooh.
So if that happens, then do you go to Auburn?
Whoa!
Yeah. Have you not heard this? Have you not heard this rumor?
I'm creating.
Former OC of Bama.
This is how you
still
create
friends
excitement.
with Saban.
Nah, I don't see it.
I mean,
Saban's got a lot of work before he.
Saban doesn't want to leave the program to some jabron.
Yeah,
or
he'll
maybe he
leave it to
does.
Bill O'Brien, and things will go great.
Bill O'Brien just continues to be horrible. I mean, Ole Miss has won the last couple. Lane greater than Leach right now. Feels wrong to say that out loud. Ole Miss leads the overall rivalry 64-45 and 6 ties. Colby, 6 ties.
Ole Miss might lead it, but they've never won the SEC West. Mississippi State has. You know.
Want to hear a fun stat?
What's that?
That Ole Miss has won 3 of the last 4 Egg Bowls because Mississippi State vacated the 2018 victory.
Yeah, I mean,
Wait, why was it vacated?
And the irony is that Ole Miss, who's definitely run the much dirtier program over the years, but I mean, I don't know why it was vacated. I would imagine
10 players were
thing.
reprimanded by the NCAA for academic misconduct involving a former part-time tutor and online chemistry class.
I mean,
come on,
run of the mill in the SEC.
These stories are going to look so silly like 5 years from now when these players are all making 5-6 figures.
JR Baltimore wants to know more annoying crowd accessory: the cowboy or the vuvuzela? The vuvuzela is the most annoying thing.
Cowbell's great.
Bro.
Cowbell's way better.
Dude just brought
This guy.
handgun to a friendly game of chess.
Yeah. Jeez.
That was not.
I'm going
Hail
Mississippi State. I think their ability to stop the run trumps Ole Miss's ability to stop the pass.
Well, they were set up last year. It was in the rain, dropped a key touchdown. I thought they would be able to get that. I think they bounce back, get the dub. Hail State.
Agreement games were 3-3 last week. If you were keeping track, the Discord will be on Ole Miss. I'm with you guys on Mississippi State. Hail State. Next up Friday, 9 a.m. I mean, this is just America. You wake up on a Friday morning after Thanksgiving and you're in the middle of the desert. No television to be seen, but someone else is watching Tulane, Cincinnati. I guess this is well, how'd this get on the sheet? This isn't a rivalry game. Cincinnati laying 2.
This is the winner goes to the AAC championship.
Oh, interesting. Almost like a playoff game.
Yeah,
Minus 130 on the money line. Tulane plus 110. 46.5 is the total.
Tulane just covers spreads, man.
Southern team going up to Cincinnati.
Yeah,
little weather, a little cold. This feels like a location battle. I don't love that it's an early kick. Wish it was going to be a little bit more lit. But what else is going on out there in Cincinnati, Ohio, at noon on a Saturday? Lay the points.
It's going to be in the rain. It's going to be in the rain.
Feels trappy because I understand how to read a market, obviously, Sean. But Cincinnati -2 is the play.
I'm going Tulane +2. I'm just, you can't fade this team right now. They keep figuring out ways to cover spreads, and I'm all.
Sean walks up to a roulette wheel, sees that reds come 10 times in a row, goes red.
I'm gonna go with the Bearcats in the rain and the cold. I mean, on a neutral site, I actually do believe Tulane's a better team this year, but in Nippert, in the cold,
in a neutral, maybe in a dome,
right,
yes.
I'm on Cincinnati.
At home, yes, but not a gross weather.
You're right, because it probably is a letdown spot. After in my head they beat Baylor, but really they just lost and covered the spread. So,
well, that's a win for us. Another 9 a.m. kick here on Friday after Thanksgiving. In Austin, Texas, we're talking the Butt Bowl. Baylor taking on Texas. Texas -8.5, -330 on the money line. Baylor +255. 55.5 is the total. Much like the 4s we were discussing on a college basketball show in the last week or so. A lot of 5 showing up in this one. 8.5, 255, 5.5. The Butt Bowl, will that be the fake one, Sean?
No, that's 100% the fake one. There's obviously no Bud Bowl, Colby.
Incorrect.
Really?
No,
Incorrect.
it's so obvious it had to be real. Why is it called the Butt Bowl? Or is this like you're making this up?
No. Look, you just type in, go to Texas, Baylor football.
Wait, people listen to this show for facts.
I googled Butt Bowl and the Urban Dictionary comes.
Look at that right there.
The Texas Shootout. All right. The rivalry has been nicknamed the Texas Shootout, or some call it the Butt Bowl.
No, but that's between Texas Tech.
No, between. Oh, you're right. You're right.
Baylor?
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
You're right.
So I did find the fake.
There's
one.
another fake one too. Then.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Because it's Baylor University against Texas Tech.
Yeah, that makes sense then. Okay. I'm an idiot.
I think it's important we do. I just personally, I'm just gonna look in the camera. Personally, like to apologize for that misstep. I don't know if I've ever seen a more egregious misstep.
Why would that
by
come out?
The database.
Why would that fucking come up when I googled
He's
those
gonna
two
blame
schools?
Google now,
I did
but
Texas Longhorns and Baylor Bears football rivalry name.
I think we need an upgrade for the database. Baylor. I don't know. It's always hard for me to back Sarkisian. This just feels like a spot where I'm obviously going to take the points with with Baylor.
And I Tulane didn't beat Baylor last week. I messed it up. FYI.
Tulane
Yeah.
beat Baylor.
Yeah, I misspoke earlier when we were talking about Tulane and Cincinnati.
Oh, okay.
Let's get the broom out.
I'm on the Bears here. Look, you got to know when the matchup is right. And Baylor should have beat TCU last week. They got too conservative late. I actually thought they were the better team all game. And I think they match up well against Texas. And I think Dave Aranda will present a lot of challenges for Quinn Ewers. And I think they'll shut down the run, which will make Quinn Ewers beat him. And even last week, I mean, Quinn Ewers, Texas was running the ball at ease, so it wasn't necessarily Ewers, beating him down the field. Give me Baylor plus the 8.5. I mean, this is a money line play too. I think
Rain expected.
Once again goes in more into Baylor's favor. I think.
Yeah, it's going to be a sloppy game. Give me Baylor plus 8.5.
We've agreed on every game so far, and we learned that it's not called the Butt Bowl. And even in the chat,
there is a Butt Bowl though.
Colby is my dad 420 coming into your defense, saying please don't attack my father. NC State heads to Chapel Hill. Well, they'll be taking on the Tar Heels of North Carolina in the Tobacco Cup. Sounds like a race, not a football game. -6.5 for the home team. North Carolina -250 on the money line. NC State plus 200. 56 is the total. I mean, what was North Carolina doing last week?
Hilarious.
How do you lose to Georgia Tech?
Really shitting themselves. Classic coastal situation. Normally, I would say this is where North Carolina chokes. They somehow fuck up.
They already choked the week before. This is a bounce back spot for UNC. I like UNC a lot here. I mean, NC State has one of the weirder teams all season. It felt super fraudulent. They're kind of like the Minnesota Vikings of the college football slate.
They lost the quarterback.
Yeah, NC State 1-7 ATS.
They should have lost a bunch before he even got injured, though. All right, I still cash the under. Don't give me this NC State excuses stuff.
All this touting. We're getting reports that there's a lot of touting going on.
Good.
Pick Dundee.
Because there was a lot of other college football podcasts that called for the over on NC State. All right, not here. Not here.
They were chalked.
Right? Carolina bounces back.
Sean,
this is a great spot for Carolina.
What is the spread at 6.5 telling you to do?
You probably take NC State, but I'm not going to do that.
Give me NC State. Contrarian play loading.
Really? I wouldn't be surprised if the public. What's the money split?
Do I need to tell you that Devin Leary obviously out, but MJ Morris, their stud freshman who played well in his absence.
So all right. I'll abort.
I think that they might be deep down on that depth chart.
North Carolina getting 72% of the bets. Only half the money though.
All right.
You know what? I'm staying NC State. Screw you guys. Florida. Wait, the Tobacco Cup is real?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
come on. You guys sold it. You guys didn't even question it.
Well, I said it sounded more like a race.
Didn't even question
I said it sounded more like a race than a football game. Go check the tape. So Colby, you ruined it.
I'm going to go ahead and say that
this game's horrible because now we know the rest are real.
My bad. Yeah, I fucked that up. I'm fucking up left and right on this episode.
Do they have a name for this rivalry?
No, but I'm saying we should call it the Tobacco Cup, right?
Vaping Cup.
The banjo playing cup. 4:30 kick on. Oh, sorry. The last couple were on. Last game was on Friday, 12:30. Friday.
We're not hitting well right now. I mean, this guy.
Wait, hold on. Let me start the motor back.
Doink.
Yeah. Dong. 4:30 kick here on the West Coast. We're heading to Tallahassee, where Florida takes on Florida State in the Sunshine Showdown. That sounds like it could be a lot of things. I mean, that's like a special at the old Cabo Cantina in West Hollywood on Thursday nights. Florida's the dog, or are they the favorite here?
No, Florida's the dog.
Okay. Florida State laying 9.5, minus 360 on the money line, plus 280 for the Gators. 58 is the total. Boy, I mean, what was the look ahead line to this before the season? Florida was almost certainly at minimum like catching 3 points, probably favored.
Yeah,
this adjustment is insane.
They haven't won since life after Jimbo, though. They haven't beat the Gators since life after Jimbo.
What is the report card on Florida, though?
Like what is like they suck?
Yeah, I mean, did
the Billy Napier hire was weird, man, because
people liked it at the time, though.
Well, he was a good recruiter, and you look at the record and say
they beat Utah, right?
They did. They shouldn't have, but they did.
That was a good win.
Things have gone downhill since.
AR-15,
even if you watch that game, yeah, but I think part of the problem is, and we'll see, because he's going to bring in. Obviously, he's a talented recruiter, but the Sun Belt West was really bad for a couple of those years. You know what I mean? Like, so were they really 11-win teams? So you go back and look at their records.
We'll be talking about a buyout next year.
I don't know about next year, but maybe. I mean, they're starting to have unrealistic expectations. They fired Dan Mullen a year after taking him to the SEC championship.
It's funny what the SEC does to these big programs. Now maybe we see it in the Big Ten. Creates constant volatility. One or two teams near the top. Everything else is volatile. Honestly,
Florida's been really bad on the road. 1-6 straight up last 7 games on the road. Both teams run the ball decently. Florida 225.7 yards per game. Florida State 213. Florida State a little bit better defense, but isn't this a kitchen sink Super Bowl game for Florida?
No, this is a one team going in one direction, one team going in the other direction, right?
I'm taking the points. It's
really?
a rivalry game. All right. It was 24-21 last year, and Florida State was dog shit. Well, Florida was too, but I just got it. More than a touchdown. Give me the Gators.
You make good points.
Yeah.
You can't lay this many points with Florida State. Give me the points.
And Florida's coming off a loss to Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
I mean, that's embarrassing.
Kitchen sink's getting hot, Sean.
Yeah, throw that kitchen sink at him. I'm on Florida plus 9.5.
All right. Well,
I mean, we should have. And shame on us. I know we did to some degree, but like Ohio State, Michigan, both those teams were looking ahead. Again, I had Illinois as one of my locks. We should have looked to Florida. All these rivalry games, just fade them the week before.
Thanks for mentioning. I did have Illinois on the money line. That was dangerous.
You got, man, those calls were questionable down the stretch of that game, man. I mean, I think Michigan still would have probably won, but they certainly helped out Michigan.
Sean, refs are terrorists.
Yeah,
that's
they
what
are.
Get the
Go get the shirt. Yeah,
use that promo code DallasSucks, 10% off between now and Thanksgiving. So we're triple locking the Florida Gators.
The Discord has a lot of plays this week. Michigan heads to Columbus, where they're taking on Ohio State. The game, that's pretty bold of these two teams. I mean, that's just the game. It's like the 12th man. Ohio State minus 7.5, minus 305 on the money line. Michigan plus 240. 57 is the total. Who's going to win the game?
Well, I mean, my future says Michigan, but if you watched last week, you probably would think Ohio State.
Almost have, like Sean's saying, you almost have to disregard performance the week before.
What do we think, Blake Corum? Is he out?
That's something to monitor. I saw him giving out turkeys, so I think he's going to play. Right, he was giving out turkeys. Part of his NIL deal. It's amazing what can happen when you pay these college kids, Ryan. Right?
Oh, they're giving out turkeys.
Yeah,
like a metaphor.
No.
Oh,
they weren't
turkeys.
bowling. They actually were giving out turkeys.
Nothing like getting a turkey
on the bowling alley.
Oh, just feeling so strong. You get 3 strikes in a row. Fuck yeah.
I still think anything more than a touchdown. I'm taking Michigan here. I think their physicality could be a problem for Ohio State. I'm just taking anything more than a touchdown. I'm taking. I know they're trying to bait you here, but
They are. I'm not falling for that pick. Give me Ohio State -7.5. This is
a trap.
They're calling for rain, which I think hurts Ohio State.
Yeah, but they're at home. They've been waiting all season for this game. They've been looking past the entire season for this game. And I don't like Harbaugh in big spots in the Big Ten.
I'm seeing very little chance of rain, overcast, mid 40s, maybe into the 50s.
What is that on?
It's on a site that has data that is.
Well, I'll just say I got a little text.
Oh,
this
you got
morning.
you got a text.
Where
C doing a weather deep dive for you.
You know,
where's your weather
Patty
guy?
C loves this game.
Where's your weather guy?
Where's our message here? It's somewhere here. Oh, there we go. There we go. Boom! Right there. Right there.
What is that?
Columbus, Ohio, Saturday.
All right.
Rain all day.
Not seeing the rain in the forecast for this. This is the stadium specifically. Light winds. It's all good for Ohio State. The line's a trap. All the money coming in on Michigan, yet they're not moving it off 7.5. They're not going to move it to 7. Why, Sean? Because they'll get hammered at 7. Ohio State -7.5 is the play. Come on, this isn't our first fucking rodeo. Excuse the cursing.
I believe you took Ohio State last year too.
Sorry, one time in a decade that would be wrong. One time
And that
in a decade.
was that in Michigan?
It was in the snow.
This is in Ohio State.
Basic ass
Yeah,
handicap.
but I think if you get weather, it hurts. That Ohio State's a finesse team, man.
you probably don't even track your picks.
That's funny.
Hey, a shout out to our good buddy Dave. Dave is I think Dave is it's a helping hand. You know, holidays are around. Maybe you gotta get a white elephant gift. You're like, oh man, I'm short on cash. This stinks. Sucks. We've all been there. I know. It's a guy who once operated and owned a 1991 Ford Escort station wagon. You know, money was a little tight at times. I wish Dave was around when you're going paycheck to paycheck, looking for some OT that all of a sudden isn't there. Dave is here to help in the short term. It's the banking app that could get you up to $500 with instant or $500 instantly with extra cash, no interest, late fees, or credit checks. Again, more money, get those last minute gifts, figure out those expenses that are stressing you out. And again, all you got to do, download the Dave app and think of it as a helping hand from future you. Download the Dave app from the App Store right now. Just go to dave.com, sign up for an extra cash account and get up to $500 instantly. For terms and conditions, go to dave.com/legal. Instant transfer fees apply. Banking provided by Evolve Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
My stepbrother, pretty much. He got a Ford Escort, a 91 Ford Escort, as his first car, and it died on the way home.
Oh man, I'll never forget. I was trying to sell my I had after the Escort station where I got a Jetta, which was actually much worse, and it was just a piece of shit that kept falling apart. I tried to sell the Jetta. The guy came by for the test drive and the car wouldn't start. I had to get a jump from the guy to give him the test drive in the Jetta. He did not buy the car. Not surprisingly.
Oh man,
It's a great story.
That is good.
All right, we're moving on to the Palm.
Like, why don't you want to buy it?
Yeah.
It is, I mean, what's going on? That's interesting. We were going to the Palmetto Bowl. South Carolina, Clemson hosting South Carolina. The Gamecocks catching 14.5 plus 450 on the money line. Clemson -645. 50.5 is the total. This is the Palmetto Bowl. We know that's true. What is a palmetto, Sean or Colby?
It's a bug. It's a palmetto bug in the great state of South Carolina. No, I know I'm right here.
There is something called a palmetto bug. I don't think they've named their state after it's the Palmetto State. Okay. I believe it's named after a plant, like Sean said.
Okay, but I am right. There is a palmetto bug.
Yeah, I think they live in the trees, but I think it's like a palm tree. I went as far to look up.
I think you're right. I think you're right because they have the palm tree on the flag, the state flag there. Yeah.
I mean, Myrtle Beach, beautiful place. If you know, you know. All right, so this is a huge number. Huge. I mean, this is the letdown spot of all letdown spots.
I mean, they just physically and literally destroyed Tennessee. Ryan, are you willing to sell your Hendon Hooker Heisman ticket?
What a stop on the Kramer FML tour. Look, Spencer Colby, you're gonna love this. Over the weekend,
Spencer
Listen to what
Rattler is
happened.
like back
No,
from the
listen to
dead,
this.
talking a bunch of shit.
Spencer Rattler was popping into like draft nicks. Like, ooh, Spencer Rattler could be a fun pick. Ooh, Spencer Rattler
Coming
climbing
into
up
the
draft
game,
boards.
he had more interceptions than touchdowns.
That's what I said. Are you kidding me?
This is a great nugget. South Carolina ran out of fireworks in the win over Tennessee. Like, if that is not dumping the Gatorade, I don't know what
I've
is.
been to South Carolina. They got a lot of fireworks.
I mean, Terrell Furman was at the game. Terrell Furman Jr. was at the game.
He's responsible. He's got blood on his hands.
Jinx your Hendon Hooker ticket.
Unbelievable. I mean, the fact that Spencer Rattler is popped into like draft conversation, like this is a guy who is noted mentally weak. No one went to his birthday party. They just had a huge.
He still has another year or two of eligibility too if he wants.
He
needs to stay.
They just won.
He needs to stay.
They just won a huge game against the intra-division team that was having success. Clemson's going to destroy this team. I love Beamer. And Beamer had some. He more or less. I don't know if you saw the press conference where he was like, "Yeah, not really sure how the Hokies let Hendon Hooker go." Kind of for me being the head coach of South Carolina and for me being a Virginia Tech alumnus, I would love to know. Like, would have loved for him to stay. Would have been better for my current job and my alma mater. I like that.
I'm on South Carolina. It's too many points.
Oh wow, bad pick. Colby.
Clemson has no offense, man.
First time.
Do you really believe they can score?
For Spencer Rattler versus
yeah,
defense?
I think it'll be 21-3.
It's your first time handicapping.
We'll see.
Football?
We'll see about that.
They're ready to storm the field. I mean,
it's the Palmetto Bowl, buddy. They don't just breeze past this one, all right?
Is that did you intentionally do that breeze because you think of the Palmetto, nice breeze coming through the Palmettos, all over Clemson minus 14.5. I get, the casual capper may just say, "Oh, Clemson won't have the offense to carry it," but they're going to need so little offense.
My thing is like if we know Miami's one of the worst teams in all of the Power Five, right? South Carolina's on a level above Miami, right? So find me like where Clemson's performances are that you feel comfortable laying 3 scores with them.
I'm doing it. It's just it's a market read. It's a market situation, Colby. Second longest rivalry in college football. No,
incorrect.
Okay.
They beat Georgia Tech by 31. Yeah. Beat Boston College by 28. Beat Louisville by 15.
Yeah, but Georgia Tech was week 1, right? And but yeah, Louisville 15. But you know what's a common thing there? You're gonna need to knock out Spencer Rattler because all those other games, I think the backup quarterbacks came in or started. The oldest rivalry in college football.
I'm
Lehigh and Lafayette.
I'm checking you right now.
Lehigh and Lafayette, buddy.
Yeah, Princeton.
All right, what do we got next?
All right, so we're done. You're still not taking Clemson?
Nope.
Louisville.
Tried to show you the way, Colby.
Well, we're talking about a basketball rivalry, but they're playing football. Noon on the West Coast. Louisville takes on Kentucky and Lexington. Minus 3.5 for Mr. Stoops. Minus 175 on the money line. Best bet of the day. Louisville plus 145. 43 is the total. Come on, they need this one. How many wins do they have?
6. He just got extended.
Again?
He got extended.
Wait, before the 7th win.
Yeah.
This guy's a fucking G. Are you serious?
Yeah.
The trigger is at 7. How did he get the?
He just got extended. He's doing wonders with this program, but I'll take the Louisville Cardinals plus 3.5, even with Malik Cunningham probably not playing this game, right?
Unbelievable.
Kentucky's offensive line is terrible. Louisville's defensive line is actually decent this year.
Defense though is good.
True, but I don't think Kentucky's very good. And even though I think Louisville's kind of an up and down team, Louisville seems to be playing a lot better of late. I'm going to take the Cardinals to get this done in Lexington. Give them the Governor's Cup.
No, come on, Colby. There's been one simple handicap. In fact, I'm going to build a system around this. But when Stoops needs that 7th win against an inferior team, he's getting it. How many games do they play after this, Colby?
0.
Well, so what happens if they don't get the win?
I'm Kentucky minus 3.5. Let's go.
What's the extent? I almost need to see this.
Will Levis going to be balling out of control? He's worried Spencer Rattler's taking his draft type.
Colby, the NFL scouts like Levis still. It hasn't gone away. It's out of control. Lost his job to Sean Clifford. Auburn taking on Alabama in the Iron Bowl. That's a real name. Tuscaloosa, Alabama will be the scene. Minus 21.5 for Bama. Minus what is this number? 2655 on the money line.
Yeah.
Plus 1090 for Auburn. 49 is the total. This is a lot of points for a rivalry that's so important. Someone would poison trees.
Got to appreciate the rivalry.
They hate each other.
Yeah.
Why are we getting the 21.5? I feel like people are down on Alabama. I feel like
Auburn's a shit show.
Yeah.
But Auburn playing for a bowl game. They could still go to a bowl game. Cadillac Williams is their coach.
They do like Cadillac.
Cadillac Williams is from a family where his whole family is Alabama fans, including his mom and dad. He went to Auburn.
Do they call him that because they bought him a Cadillac to play at Auburn?
I'm sure that had something to do with it. I'm sure that. But yeah, so now he's the interim head coach. Bit of a legend there. Loves the program. And then let me tell you something.
The Auburn plus 21.5 seems too easy. I'm
taking it. I'm taking it because I think Cadillac Williams. First off, since they fired him, he's almost undefeated here. They stormed back against Mississippi State, losing overtime.
I love this spot.
Yeah. Then they beat the other two teams, and the team has gotten up for him. Give me the 21.5 and Auburn.
Yeah, Auburn's a very popular side at this point. So you were right to say what's up with this number, Sean.
Yeah. But I can't back.
I even see it up to 22 elsewhere.
I think the money's coming in on Auburn. I think it's coming down. I think maybe this number keeps coming down. I don't know. Like Alabama's motivation is what? Big win. Hope you get in the playoff.
Don't think it's really possible.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. Like this is uncharted.
Who
territory.
knows with ESPN though? ESPN's behind it. They'll find a way to get him in there.
I mean, Saban could take a year off. Go fishing a little bit. All right, another 12:30 kick on the West Coast. We're heading to Corvallis, where Oregon State, the Beavs, taking on the Ducks.
We got the Civil War. Play the music.
Quack.
Do they still call it the Civil War?
Yes, it's back.
They do like their guns up in Oregon. -3 for the home team. Wait. All right. What is the spread, Colby?
Oregon -3.
Yeah. Oregon -3, -160 on the money line. Plus 135 for Oregon State. 56.5 is the total. The way the Pac-12 situation stirred out, almost similarly to the Coastal, predictably, it does seem like how do you not take Oregon State here?
Oh yeah.
Right. Like.
Oh yeah.
This one stood. This is like lock potential.
I've been waiting for this one all year now.
They're a tough out at home.
They are. And obviously their quarterback play has been the downfall. I've been telling Patty, they're like a top 10 team. They're like a CFP contender if they could get a quarterback.
This is crazy. Oregon State 11-0 ATS in their last 11 games at home. No respect for the Beavs.
Yeah, I'm on the Beavs. Sprinkle that money line.
Oregon is good.
Bo Nix in a hostile spot. It's not night.
Oregon State's defense, not. It's really good. It's not your traditional Pac-12 team. Is Bo Nix
100%?
I think after last week, it looks pretty damn good. They held USC's offense to 17, and even with that, it was like 5 interceptions. What are you going to say there, Chief?
No, I'm just saying Oregon looked good against Utah at home.
They did
at home.
Yeah,
but I think it's a different team, and Oregon State's a different team. This is their Super Bowl. Give me Oregon State.
We're all agreeing again. Wow, lot of skipping down the road.
What could go wrong, Ryan?
Iowa State heading to Fort Worth, Texas to take on the Horned Frogs. TCU 1 p.m. on the West Coast. TCU laying 10.5, -380 on the money line. Iowa State plus 290. 47.5 is the total. I mean, you guys keep fading the Horned Frogs. I keep backing my Horned Frogs.
No, I hit from you last week, buddy.
What you? I gotta pull up the
but it was a 1-point game.
I gotta pull
Baylor plus 2.5 hit.
Right here, I'm looking at the sheet. Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
you covered, but TCU won.
Yeah, I covered, and look, I got the fucking win.
Benedict over here.
And now they take on Iowa State. Man, Iowa State is 4-7. But what if I told you?
What?
That 6 of their 7 losses are by less than 7 points.
Oh Jesus!
It's been a brutal.
You're gonna pick against
TCU
year. Again.
Oh, not only am I going to pick against it, I see a money line potential play because look, Iowa State's defense legit defense.
What do you got against Purple?
I'm taking the Cyclones plus the points. Let's
TCU
go.
is a machine, and especially at home. 7-0 straight up last 7 games at home. They've covered 5 of the last 6 against TCU. Offense is insane. I get their defense is okay for Iowa State. 16.7 points per game, good enough for 9th in the nation. But you're going on the road in a very, very hostile environment. TCU's fighting for a college football.
Iowa
playoff.
State has zero pressure on them. They're already disqualified from the bowl game. This is a perfect spot.
Heavy wind forecasted. Who does that help?
I'd have to say that helps Iowa State.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
If TCU's relying on the passing game.
All right, Colby has convinced me.
There we go.
TCU wins but doesn't cover.
Does
that sound right?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna Benedict this one. All right, moving along to a classic.
Oh, so you're on Iowa State, Ryan?
Well, the win and the I do think
So you're a win guy now.
TCU. Well, once in a while.
Bet big, win bigger.
Yes, win bigger. TCU just they're gonna win and not cover. Sean, we just discussed it. Came to a happy place.
I'm on
Workshopped
TCU.
it. Good luck.
Thank you.
The chat's asking, is Oregon locked into the conference championship game? No, they are not, because if Washington beats Washington State, Washington has the tiebreaker over Oregon. And if Oregon was to lose in Corvallis, then Washington would play USC.
Yeah. So evaluating what happens in the Pac-12 is just like, what's the most shitty situation to present the conference on the national stage? Oregon.
That's
loses.
why Oregon State's gonna win.
Yeah, exactly. Notre Dame, USC, a rivalry as old as time itself. We're heading to Los Angeles. 4:30 kick here. USC laying 5, -220 on the money line. 180 for Notre Dame. 63 is the total. This game makes no fucking sense to me. The spread makes no sense. The bookmakers, they're clueless. Laying 5. Are you kidding me? Come on. Lincoln Riley's gonna roll here.
No.
Lincoln Riley is gonna roll here. They weren't sure where to put this, so they put it at 5. It's gonna get bet up to 7 by the time the game happens on Saturday. Big time win for USC.
I'm on the Irish.
No,
Irish have won 5 in a row, Ryan.
Well, they're just a physical team. Go back to the Ohio State game that they lost in the opener. They have a really good defense, and to me, they don't. USC, who's the best defense USC's played? Oregon State, right? That was in Corvallis. I think Notre Dame also loves to run. Their offensive line's extremely physical. They love to run between the tackles. What's USC's weakness? Their run defense. Oh. I think this is a game.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like Notre
think
Dame
it's
here.
a blueprint. I actually think this is a. I think Notre Dame can win this game outright.
Wrong. Incorrect. They're gonna fail to keep up in what turns into a little bit of a higher scoring game. Caleb Williams, jerk off fest begins, and
You have to know when to come.
USC is what is the path for USC to get to the playoff?
I mean, they need to win this and the Pac-12 championship.
Maybe a little style points in there. Maybe a little help. It's a big win. Everyone's watching Notre Dame.
Good enough for that, man.
Maybe you're right.
That defense is not good. Yeah.
Maybe you're right. Maybe your football brand's better than my narrative brand, but we like narratives here. 5 p.m. on the West Coast. The Governor's Cup. I would have guessed this was the fake one. Manhattan, Kansas. Kansas State hosting Kansas. Kansas State laying 12.
Wait, did Colby reveal which one? Oh, it's the Tobacco Cup.
Yeah.
Wait, is this?
Is there a second Governor's Cup, or is this a copy and paste?
No, there's definitely a second.
Okay.
Governor's Cup.
Wait, there's 2 Governor's Cup.
There is.
Both sound like races.
I mean, fuck this
59
Kansas
is the
team.
total.
I understand. It should
returning?
be. Well, no, I mean, they got their ass kicked by Texas.
No, they got to their bowl, which I forecasted, and you made fun of me for that one. But K-State. So the situation we got in the Big 12 is if K-State wins, they're in the Big 12 championship. If they were to lose and Texas beat Baylor, then Texas would go to the Big 12 championship.
That can't happen.
I think I think Oklahoma State now eliminated too. I think that's the scenario. I'm taking Kansas State. I think they're just a much more physical football team, and I think they should be able to just beat down that.
You're not worried about the big number.
I mean, Kansas, if they can get that offense flying, it's possible. But I think K-State's defense is one of the best in the Big 12. I also have that future for Kansas State to win the Big 12. Let's go.
It was a quick game last week for Kansas.
Oh, it was horrible. Yeah, I'm on Kansas State here. I know maybe it was a look ahead spot in hindsight for Kansas looking past Texas, but they just got humiliated. I mean, it's like when your dog takes
Don't
a
you
shit,
love the
you
coach?
grab him and rub his nose in that shit. That was Kansas last week. They have
Shit all over their noses.
I mean, they just their defense looks so bad. Jalen Daniels looks lost. Maybe he comes back, but I don't see it.
All right. So we're not worrying about the fact that this is like no one's betting Kansas. No. All right. I'll lay the points with you guys. I mean, that was the angle. It feels like I don't hear too many people making a case for Kansas. That's all.
I actually think Kansas State's really good. If you look at if they wouldn't have 2 losses if they didn't have their quarterbacks go down. So yeah.
Rest in peace, Bill Snyder. 7:30 kick on the West Coast. The Apple Cup. We know this is real. We're heading to Pullman, where Washington State's laying 2 on the road against Washington State. Plus 110 for Washington State. Minus 130 for Washington. 59 is the total.
This one's interesting.
Go Cougs.
This one is really interesting. You know, Washington State stormed the field in Seattle last year and tore down their goalpost in Seattle. I mean,
why? What's on the list? What's the stakes for Washington is essentially a potential berth. Well, they'll know at this point. So if Oregon loses,
yes,
then they will know that a win gets them in the playoff or gets them in the Pac-12 championship.
Yeah. So
a little bit of a contingent handicap here, right? Because if Oregon loses, which we're predicting, it almost seems like correlated parlay. We should just take Oregon State on the money line and parlay it with Washington. Everyone, that seems to make sense, right? Because if Oregon loses, Washington's not going to lose, right?
I mean, I think it's a tough game, man. I mean, Washington
it's not easy
State
to go in and get that Apple Cup, Colby.
Washington State's got a really good defense this year, and then you know they cater. Washington caters to the pass so much, just like Arizona did. So Washington State kind of just got a smaller preview. Like they just got 1 week of practice against a very pass happy team. They beat the shit out of Arizona. They're playing a little bit better version of that, but pass happy team. And then I think Cam Ward is a little bit underrated. I think he could expose the Washington defense some. I'm with you though. Give me the Huskies. I think to get that one.
Really?
I think it's a game though, man. I think it could come down to like the final drive.
When in doubt, give me the home dog.
Yeah, I think
go Cougs.
No, I think it is. It makes sense to just if you like. I think if you like Oregon State to win the game, you parlay it with Washington.
Washington State's good at home, man. 5-0
No,
ATS.
look, you don't have to talk. I'm a go Cougs guy.
Pullman. You don't go into Pullman and get the dub or the Apple Cup.
I'm just saying, if Oregon falls down and gives Washington a chance, I'm taking Washington.
Well, in this case, are you picking Washington State or what?
I'm taking Washington.
Okay.
I keep talking about it. That's gonna be my parlay. It's gonna be a correlated outcome Pac-12 parlay. You know what? Let's start with that. Let's just fucking start with that. We're gonna have Oregon State, US.
Are we doing the lock, dog, and tease?
Yeah, I'm going out all the way out of the way though. I'm telling you.
Time for the lock, dog, tease presented by sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet.
It's a Pac-12 end of season championship parlay.
Okay.
Give me USC -5, Oregon State on the money line, and Washington. Do I take the money line, Colby? I think so.
Yeah.
Money line. All right, my lock. I told you lock potential. I put it in the parlay. Give me Oregon State +3. Lock number 2. Cincinnati -2 against Tulane. Just an absolute weather handicap there. And for my dog, you know, Colby made some really excellent points about this Auburn team. And we have seen bad Auburn teams shock Alabama before.
Wow. Auburn on the money line, Ryan?
We're going to go. We spoke to Brandon Jacobs earlier this year, who played with Cadillac and Ronnie Brown at Auburn, talked about his buddy Cadillac down there when he was still just the running backs coach before head coach was fired. He said he liked the energy he brought to the situation. We're seeing it on the big stage now. Could this be a Nick Saban retirement game? Lane Kiffin moves over this year from Ole Miss to Alabama.
Ooh.
Cadillac Williams retires Nick Saban in style. Give me the money line. Wow. Fuck yeah, let's go.
Wow, plus what, 1,100?
Roll Tide, bitches.
Plus 1090.
I'll never forget the sound after watching Virginia Tech lose to Alabama in the Chick-fil-A Bowl on a day where we could buy Chick-fil-A, and hearing those gosh darn great game. Hope we see you in a bowl game. Roll Tide. Roll Tide, bitches. Was that too dark?
No. That was
All
proper.
right. Did you get all my locks?
That was very proper.
All right, well, that's right. We do teases in college football. I forgot. All right, for my tease, we'll be responsible here. We'll take. Actually, putting Mississippi State in the tease is not responsible. Give me Ohio State -1.5. Give me Clemson -8.5. And give me Auburn plus 27.5.
Oh my God.
Ooh.
It's a Colby tease.
Colby liked that one.
All right, let's do it.
You guys playing chicken?
No, I'm just thinking about what I'm going to do in this pick here. All right, for my lock. There was a couple I really.
While you're thinking, for those who want to fade when we all agree, you're going to take Kansas plus 12. You're going to take Oregon -3. You're going to take Alabama -21.5. You're going to take Florida State -9.5. Texas -8.5, and Ole Miss -2.5. Basically, we've put you on the chalky public side of everything. Good luck with that shit.
UNC -6.5 for my first lock.
Ooh.
Next up, we have.
I noticed Sean had a new duffel bag. Gotten some funds.
Yeah.
Jumpman 23. Let's go.
What else do I like? I'm also going to do Oregon State +3 for my dog. Give me. Or you know what? I'll do for my bonus lock. I'll do Baylor +8.5. For my dog, I'll go Oregon State money line.
Crossing streams.
And for my tease, Ohio State down to 1.5. Notre Dame up to 11. TCU down to 4.5. Colby. And for my money line round robin.
Notice you do your parlay at the end. Interesting.
I'll just do. Actually, this is pretty easy. Baylor, Florida, Oregon State.
Whoa.
Love that run round robin money line parlay.
How risky? Sean?
Is it?
Some people would say you shouldn't parlay things.
No, I'm not one of those people, right?
Let's have some fun.
If you
guys.
have a gambling problem,
Let's have some fun. I'll start with the the parlay.
hell
here.
yeah.
All right, let's go. Let's go with Baylor +255. Let's go with Iowa State +290 and Notre Dame +180. Let's.
See, you had me all the way to the end.
Fun. All right. Lock up. Iowa State +10.5.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's just you're going out of your way.
Dude, I want to say Matt Campbell. I wish I should have pulled up the stat for this one, but I want to say his past 3 years, only twice out of all of his losses has it been by more than a score.
Oh, well, you tune into the college football experience. Colby will have the stat for that show.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Yeah, I'll pull it up for that one. All right. So it's when I'm with some real football guys.
Oh,
You know what I
wow.
mean? No FCS pod this week.
Whoa.
Really letting me down.
Soccer, Sean.
Gonna go out. This guy goes on a retreat. Jeez.
I mean,
I can't.
You want to talk? You want to make? I mean, obviously, it's important to reset. Get off the grid.
Yeah.
Unplug.
You know when you reset in April or May, buddy. All right.
I mean,
I have
if
no
you,
reset.
If you don't miss it,
Maybe 4th of July. Even that I'm grinding out. Hot
You
dog
got the
eating contest.
USFL championships.
Sean's like the
Freedom Cup.
the droid in Andor right now, just like aimlessly wandering around without a master.
My other lock's gonna be Baylor plus 8.5.
Oh, co-signing. Huh?
Yeah,
Just copying Sean.
and the tease. Let's.
Wait, what was your money line dog? Did you give that out?
No,
Oh,
I didn't get that.
yeah, my money line dog will be. Let's go with.
I can predict it. You want to predict your dog? You're gonna say Notre Dame.
I mean, I think they can win that game, but no, I'm gonna take you to Michigan Wolverines plus 240.
Oh, that's just reckless.
Let's go. All
right, Harbaugh sleep over last night.
Then we have
Playing tummy sticks over there.
our tease. Let's go to Baylor plus 14.5. All right. Let's go to
Baylor's all over your board.
Yeah, that's a big one.
They're
Big
gonna
one there.
They're gonna fuck
You're
you.
gonna hit the tease, the lock, and the money line round robin.
I'll take Iowa State up to 16.5.
Well played. That's a great spot.
And let's go with
The same games over and over again.
let's go with Oregon State up to 9.
Okay, I like that tease.
Get your funk off my game.
Hey, if you guys download the app, make sure you hit the contest tab, sign up for Thanksgiving football bingo. A lot of fun to play and multiple winners. Hoping for a bunch of winners. $100 cash and a $100 gift card to each winner. Of course, Dallas Sucks promo is going until Thursday. Thanksgiving will be the end of that promotion. Make sure you subscribe to the college football and college basketball experience hosted by Colby Dant and friends.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second the money green, and he is Ryan.
Sean, I can't believe how screwed Florida A&M got by the FCS committee.
Kramer, let it ride.
Dong.